Are you trying to manifest in someone with no contact? Your default program is determining everything. If you are trying to manifest in love, but you keep defaulting to fear, impatience, insecurity, anxiety, overthinking, or perhaps you're wondering, can I manifest in a specific person even if we have no contact? What if they're unavailable, like they're married? Short answer is yes. You can manifest in anything that you want, but not in the way you think. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. Everything comes down to your default program. You're getting what it is that you're getting in your life because of the way that your mind is wired. It has nothing to do with anything outside of you. It has nothing to do with someone not liking you. The circumstances or opportunities aren't around you. Nothing external is keeping you from what it is that you want. It's all your default program. So today in this video, I'm going to give you a 3-step shortcut to getting what it is that you want fast, including love. My name is Jenna, and I'm all about changing your default program. Your default program is your subconscious beliefs, your emotional processing tendencies, your habitual energy. All of these things are literally the script that reality is following to create your life. If you are not working on changing your default and you feel stuck, frustrated, depressed, annoyed, anxious, that's the problem. We have to work on your wiring, not more affirmations, not more techniques. Done with the tools and techniques. You don't need any more healing. You don't need any more tools. You don't need any more meditations. You don't need to waste any more time. I'm so passionate about this because you don't have to waste so much time. It literally, you can change timelines within a second. You can get what it is that you want. This is exactly what has happened for me when I worked on changing my default. And I'm so passionate about helping you with the same, because when you start to think differently, you will have different experiences. So let me explain this to you and from like a neuroscience point of view, so it doesn't sound completely woo-woo. When you are going out through your day, you have different experiences that you're having in every single moment. And in these experiences, how many other experiences can you have in a specific moment? You can have a billion. There's a billion other things happening all the way. Just turn your head a little bit, you're having a new experience. So you can have a billion different experiences right here in this moment, but you can only have one. So you are creating your mental default program based off of the one experience that you're having in every single moment. But you could literally be having a billion other experiences in any single moment, but you can't. So your mind, the way that your default is wired, is so limited because of this. But we are convinced that we know so much, that we understand how the world works, that we know what's going to happen for us because we've had these past experiences, because this has happened to us before, because we've been heartbroken, and we develop all of these concepts, strategies, ideas, beliefs about what's possible, what we can have, what we can't have. And I'm telling you, it's so limiting. Your default program is the only thing in your way. And if you could just learn how to utilize this wiring in a way that serves you, your life would completely change. Here's the thing, your mind is brilliant. It's a tool. It's something that we get a lot of value from. But how you use it, how you depend on it, that is the problem. When we use our mind for intellectual ideation, we can create airplanes. We can create cars that are on electric and gas. We can innovate. We get creative. We get expansive. We offer new services and skills to the world. We impact. When we use our minds, which is the majority of the time, to focus on our personal issues, like the way that our skin is, how chubby or thin we are, how much money's in our bank account, When we get fixated on these personal problems, which are problems, not taking that away, but we get so fixated on that thing that we can't see anything else, how are we going to find the solution to anything? How are you going to manifest anything new? You're only focused on the one little thing right in front of you. This is your default program. This is what we default to all of the time. So you're calling in love and then you push it away because of the way that your mind is wired. It's not because you're wrong. It's not because you're a bad person. It's not because you're not destined for what you deserve. It's because of the way that your mind is wired. I know this is a little bit of a tangent. We are going to get back to the strategy. I just need you to understand how you think, what you think you know is so limiting. And if you could just suspend disbelief until the end of this video at the very minimum, your life is going to completely shift. But it's you getting so caught in, but this is how my life is going to go. How is the finances going to come? Where is the person going to come? I don't want to leave I have no idea. There's this how, and you get so stuck on the things that are not your job. The how, the when, the where, the what. It's not your job. All you need to do is understand that you're spoiled, that you get what it is that you want, that you have radical self-confidence and radical belief in how the universe works, and you are home free. You are getting everything that it is that you want, but there's a block, an obstacle, a challenge, and it's all your conditioning. It's all the way that your default is wired. So that is why I'm here. That's why I'm so passionate. So please, I'm begging you, watch more than one of my videos, just because these concepts are deep. These concepts are going to challenge your cognitive dissonance, and that's why we have to kind of maneuver your neurological system so that you can consciously and quietly and calmly build the mental reps that you need in order to completely embody this format so that you can actually have instant manifestations. You will get that, but we need to rebuild the foundation first. So that's why in my course, the Change Your Default program, we have to go through the layers. I'm not going to just give you affirmations. You can go online for that. People are paying other coaches for affirmations, and it blows my mind. I want you to actually get transformation. So it's going to be messy. We're going to rewire. We're going to uncover a lot of things that have been holding you back, but then you're going to have freedom and peace and calm, and that's what I want for you more than anything. So have I convinced you enough that the way that your mind is wired is holding you back? Okay, great, because that means we can move on. So I got inspired to create this video based off of a question that one of our viewers asked. And basically I'm going to summarize what he asked, but it was, can I manifest in a woman that I met at a course, that we have no contact anymore? She's in fact married, but we had a moment of connection. I blew it. I didn't take the reins, and I feel like I've lost someone that I could have really had a great relationship with. Can I manifest her back? Okay, first off, none of that matters. Circumstances, ideas, obstacles, challenges, none of that matters. You can honestly have whatever it is that you want. However, in this scenario, before you come at me, we are not able to create for somebody else. So it sounds like, yeah, we can manifest in anything that we want. So we're going to manifest a marriage breaking up. We're going to manifest a family crumbling. No. What we are doing instead is we are stepping into what it is that we actually want. We have to understand that circumstances don't matter, but the truth of what we truly want does. Trying to control somebody else is like trying to catch water with your hands. You lose more than you keep, you get frustrated, and you feel powerless. So it's not that we don't manifest in our specific person, it's that we let go of the person altogether and we focus on the essence. And not even that we're letting go of the person directly, we're letting go of the outcome. We're letting go of the idea that it has to be this person. We use this person to represent the love that we're wanting, but we let go of the outcome that it has to end up being this person because you might be calling in someone better. Remember how we just talked about your mind thinks it knows what it knows? Your intuitive mind The consciousness that creates worlds knows so much more than you do. So your logic mind says, I felt really good with this person. I really liked who I was with this person. I need to get them back. But your intuitive mind is like, yes, you got the idea. This is who you want to be. And we're going to give you the exact person that's going to level that up, but then times it by 1,000,000 so you can get even more the love that you desire, the perfect match for you. Would you rather the one that you think? Or would you rather the actual perfect match who's going to give you everything that it is that you want? Something to think about. When you shift into alignment, which is what we're going to do, I want to shift you away from, if you're defaulting to worry, fear, impatience, anxiety, then that's what you're going to get. If you default back to these ways of thinking and being, you are going to manifest what you match up to, not what you want. So we want to make sure that you're matching up with alignment, not to your worry, your fear, your panic, or you're going to keep creating circumstances of that nature. Basically, when you shift into alignment, instead of trying to catch water with your hands, it's like you just brought in a whole bucket. You're going to catch all the water that you need for that day. Everything that you want flows to you abundantly, and you get to have it, and you get to keep it and experience it and enjoy it. That's what we want more than anything. So let's get to the 3-step process. The step 1 is always ask. Ask for what you want energetically, not forcefully. Now this is the secret. When we ask, we usually ask out of desperation. I really want this. Please give this to me. I need this yesterday. I want this so badly. I don't even know how to breathe without it. I feel so uncomfortable when I don't have it. I need it. You're grasping, you're trying to catch water with your hands again. Let's bring in the bucket. Let's relax a little bit. So with this viewer, for example, he would like to manifest in this woman. Okay, great. There's your ask. You are asking every second of every day. Asking is really simple. It's the easiest part. You're doing it automatically, walking through the day being like, oh, I wish I had a warmer coat. There you go. There's an ask. You're asking for a winter coat. There's every moment of our day we're asking. So it's okay. And the universe hears everything that we're thinking, everything that we say. None of our thoughts are private. So make sure you understand that even if you're thinking negatively and you're asking something to improve, but you're still feeling like it's not going to come, that is an energy mix match, and you're going to always get what you're dominantly putting out. So you're dominantly putting out the negativity. That is what's going to be matching you up with, okay? It's your default. This is the default issue, which is step 2, but we haven't even got there yet. So in this thing where you're asking for what you want, for this specific answer, it's I want this specific woman. Okay, no, it's not this specific woman. You can keep the woman, but you let go of the outcome. Let go of it having to be this person, and I promise you, you are going to get this person if they're meant for you. It's when we fixate so much on one person that we get so frustrated, we get so doubtful, and then you are so dependent and you're so merciful on this outcome that you convince yourself, oh, I'm not good at this. I don't get what it is I want because I don't got this specific person. It's like saying to the universe, I only get one prize. And the universe is like, well, there's a billion prizes, but you're saying you only get the one? Okay, well, we'll make sure that it's really hard for you. Instead, we want to grab that bucket and be like, I am abundant and I get whatever I want with ease. And the universe will see that you're not so fixated and not so gripping to this reality out of fear, that you're now open to the abundance and the joy of the journey. That's when it rushes in. You hear what I'm saying? So you're going to ask for what it is that you want, but then you're going to step back and go, what's the essence of it? Like, why would you actually want this specific woman? Because she brought something out in you. She brought hope. She brought your best version. She made you feel something that you've never felt before. You loved who you got to be when you're around her. You loved loving her. Whatever the case may be, I'm projecting. I don't actually know. This was just a comment. This was just a question. I don't work with this person, so I don't know these details. I'm just saying you want the essence. Why would you want this person? Because of the connection, because of her smile, because the way that she was so warm and inviting, and her intellect made you expand your own mind. You could talk to her for hours. Those connection points. That's what you're asking for. So step into your ask. I read the question for this reader. It really felt like he had missed out Like you missed your opportunity. Have you ever felt that way? Oh, I saw this person at the coffee shop and they smiled at me and I didn't even go over. I should have went over. I should go back. I should get out of my car and go back to them. No, that was a moment in time that was a lesson for you. That was for you to understand that you are energetically open. You are abundant. Maybe that is a teacher for you, that you're looking for love. That was all it was meant to be. We make too much of everything that's happening. So for this viewer, for example, maybe meeting this person, that was all he was supposed to do, was just be open to the kind of love that he's wanting to call in. I felt drawn to her because she activated something in him. You feel drawn to whatever it is that you want because it activates something within you. It's important you understand that manifestation doesn't vanish just because a moment's passed. If that person is meant for you, they're coming back. You cannot be denied what's meant for you. You cannot miss what's meant for you. So chill, relax. This is fun. We're having fun. Remind yourself of that. It's all working out. It's inevitable. You get what it is that you want. So those feelings that your dream is activating in you is what you want. You don't actually want the dream. You want the feelings that it activates. Reiterate this for a second. We're not manifesting a specific person in this case. We're manifesting you, the secure version of you, the version of you that you're proud to be. Who naturally attracts love, connection, commitment, sustainability, security. That's what we're working on. That's your ask. Hanging on to one specific person, to one specific outcome, is shortage consciousness. Think of it even with money. You say, I want $10,000. But what if the universe wants to give you $100,000? So you don't ask for the outcome and cling to the outcome. You ask for the outcome and then you step into the essence of that outcome. You hear what I'm saying? I know I'm really banging on this point. I'm making this a lot longer than it needs to be, but sometimes our default program needs that, and I want you to have success. And you hang on to one specific outcome. When you hang on to one specific person, this is what you truly want, you automatically enter into a default of control. You're trying to control too much. You're saying, I don't trust the universe to figure it out. I don't trust myself to get it figured out. I need to plan. I need to be strategic. I need to hammer this into place. I need to grip. And again, we're trying to catch water with our hands. Let go of that process. Let's grab a bucket. This is what step one is all about. I'm really passionate about you completely understanding with clarity. So that is what we're doing. You ask for the essence, okay? That leads us into step two, which is the embodiment piece. This is the piece that you want to skip right over because step three is you just receive it, and we all want to receive it, and you are. Can you hear this for a second? Your success is inevitable. It's inevitable. If you are here and you're hearing this content, you're working with me, you get what it is that you want. I will not accept anything else, okay? I will not accept anything. I am not leading you through the desert without water. I'm leading you to water. I promise you, I'm leading you to water. Make sure you're listening to every single one of my videos. Please make sure that you're implementing, not just listening, because I'm leading you right to water. I will not leave you astray, I promise. You get what it is that you want. Step three always happens. It's step two that we have to work on. This is the gap. So instead of going, I want this, where is it? I don't see it. How is it possible? When is it going to come? Where? I can't. I'm so doubtful. Okay, you've skipped over right to step three. Come back to step two, which is the embodiment. This is where we're changing our default program. This is the most important step because you become the version of you who already has what you want. The version of you who is confident, secure, loving, gentle, calm, peaceful, relaxed, abundant, enjoying every step of the unfolding. This is what we also call aligned. We want to make sure that your default is aligned with whatever it is that you want. The feeling is the manifestation. The vision of the person is just the delivery method. So you can still use the person, but we're letting go of that outcome because we're open to the essence of what it is that we want to bring in. That's all we're doing. When you embody the state, you open up the path of least resistance and you get what it is that you want. I love to show up in the cleanest, healthiest, permanent way. When your default is aligned, you don't chase, you attract. You don't force outcomes, you flow with them. You don't cling, you allow. This is where life gets magical because once you're in the receiving identity, your default is to receive. life becomes so easy. You get whatever it is that you want. Let me show you how this works in real life. Justin saw this girl at his gym every day. He was drawn to her, light, fun, warm. Eventually, he talked to her. They went on a date. She liked him. He liked her even more. And then he panicked. He pushed her away after the second date because the attraction was so strong, it activated his insecurity. He pushed her away after the second date because his attraction to her was so strong, he got scared, he got insecure, he got overwhelmed. He needed to regulate, but instead, he pushed her away. And then he asked me, can I manifest her back? Can you help me fix this? Of course. But the deeper question was, how do I become secure enough to hold this relationship in a healthy way once I do get her back? This is the true identity rewiring that you need to do. This is the real work. This is the actual thing that's going to bring you fulfillment long term. Justin had a default program that constantly scanned for danger. What if she changes her mind? What if this doesn't last? What if I'm not good enough? He didn't need a person. He needed a new default program. Because if your default is to fear, you're going to sabotage it every single time. You will sabotage the very thing you prayed to receive. You'll misread signals, you'll panic, you'll chase crumbs, you'll ignore the person who is actually emotionally available for the one who gives you anxiety spikes. This is why getting your specific person is not about thinking about them 22 times per day. It's about asking, who am I by default? Your desires aren't random. Your experiences aren't bad. They're stepping stones. They're here to awaken you to the version you're destined to become. The universe is never teasing you. It's not. It's not teasing you. It's guiding you. It's helping you grow. If you want to shift your default from fear to alignment, this is the work. From anxiety to magnetism, from chasing to choosing, we have to change your default wiring. That's it. Become so radically self-efficient, self-assured, reliant on yourself. Build that secure default program and do this 3-step process and you get what it is that you desire. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. My default program teaches you all of this. You'll finally embody the person who love shows automatically up for. Relax, trust, embody, you get what it is that you want. Your love story is already unfolding right this second. You just literally opened up the doorway.